a seat, sip some wisdom, and stay a while. This is the Prosperity Lounge, where growth gets personal. Step inside, we're breaking chains.
All right. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Prosperity Lounge. Different kind of episode tonight on Wednesday here. Usually we have a guest. Tonight we are doing something different. We're trying out a new service here on our streaming network where we're streaming both vertically and horizontally. Hopefully that is working for everybody. Let's see how that goes. Going to wait a few minutes before everybody gets in. I'll do some editing in a little bit, but this episode's a little different. No, like I said, no guest tonight. We are just going to talk about a big topic, talk about a heavy topic. Welcome, Noxy Knox. Thanks for being here. Something I've been thinking about for a while, and really is, I don't want to say it's really hits home right now. It's really important right now because it's important at any time. But it's this sense of nobody's coming to save you. And that's what I wanted to talk about. That's what I wanted this episode to be about. It's a little different of a podcast episode. If you're used to listening to the polished intro and outro and all this stuff, you're going to get some of that tonight. But I'm speaking off the cuff. I'm live, and we're just going to see how this goes. So I appreciate you listening. I appreciate you commenting. Check us out on YouTube. Subscribe if you're here. YouTube.com/@theprosperitylounge. And yeah, I wanted to thank my sponsors first and foremost. I want to thank them all. We have got some QR codes on the screen for everybody. We have Bello Business Solutions. Bello Business, especially this time of year, you definitely got to contact them. Taxes are coming due, all this fun stuff. So get your book straight. Contact Bello Business Solutions. Use the QR code to go to their website. Go to bellobusinesssolutions.com. Use the code Make Business Make Sense. Get a free consultation. And then LaPera Insurance. Call Joe LaPera, 865-252-0480. Email him at jlapera, LAPERA, at farmersagent.com. Use that code there to go to the page. And use promo code JR Radio to get a free gift card if you're one of the first 10 quotes this month. That's awesome. Then we have our buddies over at Lagos. Lagos is giving us a 60-day free trial of their software. Use any of the packages. It's the number one leading Bible study tool. Just I hate dating episodes, but today's Ash Wednesday. Perfect time to kind of study up, read some scripture. It's free for 60 days. Take you through and past Easter. Learn everything you want to learn. And we got our new one as of today. Pure and Easy Tea. Pure and Easy Tea. Revitalize your body, refresh your mind. Nourishing wellness one steep at a time. Use that code there. Get in there. Get some exclusive offers. Exclusive pricing for us. Use that QR code to scan that. And I'll put the links in the descriptions as well for people that are listening later. People that are listening on the podcast, you'll get the links in the descriptions. Get some exclusive deals there. Give them support them. Give them some support. And appreciate you checking that out. Okay. And of course, always, visit the Prosperity Lounge. Website's in the little QR code in the corner here. Visit theprosperitylounge.com. Use promo code radio. and get a free 8-step action guide to stop living paycheck to paycheck. And yeah, that'll be fun. And then you join our free community, as always. And you can listen anywhere you find the podcast on any of your favorite podcast apps. Hello, everybody who's checking in the chat. Appreciate you all being here. We are trying something new tonight. So if you're listening after the fact, we are trying a horizontal and vertical stream at the same time. So there are 2 chats, and I'm going to do my best to modify and talk to people and ask questions. Please put your questions in the chat if you have questions for me as I'm talking tonight. Would love to hear more from you, and we'll get started. So, excuse me. One of the things that has, as I've gotten older, and I look back on my youth, and I look back at the younger generation today, I see a lot of hope, and I see a lot of struggle, and I see a lot of things that, like, man, hindsight is 2020, and it doesn't have to be. I mean, us older folks, I don't like to consider myself older, but us older folks can help a younger person out by giving them direction. And the best thing we can do in this situation is understand that nobody's coming to save you. Somewhere between 18 and 35 years old, most people are waiting. They're waiting on the right opportunity. They're waiting on motivation. They're waiting for someone to notice them. They're waiting for someone to give them a break. But what if I told you, the breakthrough you're waiting for is waiting on you? Today, inside the Prosperity Lounge, we're talking about the moment every adult has to face. And that is, nobody is coming to save you. Welcome to the Prosperity Lounge. Thanks for pulling up a chair. This is where hope meets freedom, growth gets personal, faith and action meet, tough conversations. That's why we're here. If you're just joining us for the first time, I'm Joey Ruffalo, best-selling author, business growth strategist, and your host. And like I said, this is a place where faith and action meet, and action creates freedom. Thanks for pulling up a chair. And let's go. When you're young, someone is always coming. Parents fix things, teachers guide things, bosses assign things. There's always a structure there for you. But somewhere in your 20s, you start realizing that nobody's managing your money. Nobody's managing your health. Nobody's managing your future. Nobody's building your future. Nobody's fixing your discipline. And that realization feels heavy. Most people respond to that by staying in the ordinary world. They blame the economy. They blame their boss. They blame politics. They blame their parents. They blame not having connections. But here's the truth. The ordinary world is comfortable because responsibility is optional. An optional responsibility creates average lives. Every every story has a hero. Every hero has a wake-up moment. For some, it's getting declined a loan. For some, it's looking at their bank account and panicking. For some, it's realizing they hate their job or they see someone younger past them financially. Watching their friends move forward while they feel stuck. Or for someone like this guy, it's showering under a cold hose with no lights and no heat. In that moment whispers to you, you're capable of more. But to answer that call requires one decision. Just one. Ownership. And ownership it's terrifying. It's terrifying because once you take it, you can't blame anybody else. It's all on you. Nobody else to blame but yourself. This is where most 18 to 35-year-olds stall. They say things like, I'm still young. I have time. I'll get serious later. Or things like, I just need the right opportunity. Or something I probably said 100 times when I was that age. When I make more money, then I'll do this. But time doesn't create discipline. Income doesn't create maturity. And opportunity doesn't create character. You build those. Nobody hands them to you. Every hero needs truth. So here it is. You ready? Nobody is coming to save you. Not the government, not your boss, not your spouse, not your parents, not the lottery. And before you think of anything, that's not the bad news. That's the most empowering news you'll ever hear. Because if nobody is coming, that means you're capable. That means you're the one. And yes, it's all on your shoulders. This is where transformation happens. This is a shift from someone should to I will. I will learn. I will budget. I will build. I will invest. I will grow. I will discipline myself. I will stop reacting emotionally. I will take responsibility for my future. That, in that moment, that is when the hero is born. Not when circumstances change, but when ownership begins. Now, you'll be tested. There will be trials along the way. There'll be things that make you want to quit. This is where it gets hard. You'll want to quit. You'll feel behind. You'll start comparing yourself. You'll feel tempted to overspend. You'll doubt your plan. But here's the difference. You no longer expect rescue. You expect resistance. And resistance builds resilience. This is where things like financial freedom is forged. This is where leadership is forged. This is where prosperity becomes personal. At the end of this journey, there is a reward. You are the hero after all. Heroes get rewards at the end of their journey. But that reward isn't money. It's control. It's peace. It's confidence. It's knowing I built this. Remember, freedom lives where faith and action meet. And faith without ownership, fantasy. So here's a question for everybody. And if you're watching us, put your answer in the chat. If you're listening later on, comment on this. Send me an email. Are you still waiting? Or are you ready to stop waiting for rescue and start building your future? Just put in the chat waiting or starting. Because nobody is coming. And that is your power. This is the Prosperity Lounge, where hope meets freedom and growth gets personal. If today's episode hit you square in the eyes, if it gave you a wake-up call, if you said to yourself, man, you're right. Nobody is coming. I'm in charge of my future. I'm in charge of my destiny. I'm in charge of myself. Then share this with somebody who needs to hear it. Share it with someone who needs a wake-up call. Join the community. Join the community at theprosperitylounge.com. It's free. Get in contact with me. Let me know how I can help you. This was a short one, but a powerful one. Until next time, stay faithful, stay fearless, and remember, freedom lives where faith and action meet. The lounge is always open, and so is your next breakthrough. This is the Prosperity Lounge. Okay. Well, that was our episode for tonight. And I'm going to stay on and answer questions and just talk for a while. Appreciate you all hanging out and being here and checking out the show. What's up? No good. Yeah, truth. I'm not waiting, trying to figure out how to help the next generation now. Yeah, that's right. That's right. It's partly we look at the next generation as uh, we see them through our lens, right? We see them through the lens of like, we didn't do this. We didn't do this when I was that age, blah, blah, blah. And we look at it through that lens as, they're lazy or they're just different or they're not as motivated or whatever, whatever, whatever. And I get it. I get it. But it's a disservice if we don't help them. Like if we don't lean back and turn around and give a hand to the people behind us and help them, we are doing a huge disservice to the next generation. We are leaving them blind. We are leaving them rudderless. Man, that is not good. The best things I've seen people do is these like mentorship groups where you have like an older person, business owner or things like that, and they bring on younger, like college age or high school age or right out of college, and you're like mentoring them. Like that's what I hope like things like the show do. That's what I hope like I'm trying to convey in some of the messaging is, there are people out there that you can look to, that you can turn to, that you can ask questions to that are available. We want to help. We want to be there and guide you so you don't make the same mistakes we do or we did. Some painful mistakes. If we can help you avoid some of those painful mistakes and start your trajectory a lot sooner, it'll snowball because then the next generation after that will start sooner and sooner and sooner and be on their way. Too many people are making the same mistakes over and over again because they're not learning from the people in front of them. The people in front of them aren't turning around and helping. And it's sad. It really is. And, I was at a networking group today. There was 75 people at it. A lot of them are young people who are just starting businesses. They're 30 and under. When I mentioned this title that I was doing tonight, I got a lot of, ooh, wow, okay. And for good reason, I think. For good reason. Because honestly, they need direction. They want to know what to do. They want to succeed. And yes, it kind of contradicts what I said earlier. Nobody's coming to save you. And what I'm saying right now is like somebody older is coming. It's not what I'm saying. It's on you to be your guide, to be your boss, to be your driver in your story, right? But that does not mean you shouldn't seek out help or offer help. There's a difference between getting help and seeking out help and having somebody do it for you. Big difference. Hello to everybody in the chat. I see no good OG is here. Emmy Joe, thank you so much for being here. Truth between lines as always. So by Strunk Baked Ziti sounds like a delicious dinner. Never late at all. You guys are amazing. Fridays, let me just give you a little recap of what's going on. Friday's episode is going to be, the next episode is going to be with Main Support, Kim Henry from Main Support. They're the only ground-based equine grief support program in Tennessee. So no riding, but you get to pet the horses, be with the horses, hang out with the horses, that kind of stuff, which is cool. So that'll be Friday. We'll learn all about her program. Next Monday is going to be an interesting one. It's Scott Rust, R-U-S-T, from Scotticus. He is his tagline is he's the mental mechanic. Does a little hypnotism. He's a hypnotist. But he makes what was his tagline? He said, a good thing how get, bad thing go away. That's what he says. And so he'll be here Monday. We're going to watch his episode, and then he'll be live in the chat, and he'll be live afterwards to ask your questions on your mental blocks. What's blocking you from succeeding? Yeah, I'm drinking a coffee. Guys are talking about it in the chat, so yeah. So that's going to be Monday. Next Wednesday, I don't know. It's my birthday, so I don't know what I'm going to do next Wednesday. Just throwing that out there. Maybe I'll be live. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll do another one of these. Maybe I'll just come on and just hang out with my friends online for a bit. Yep. So that is about it. And then I'm going to figure out next Friday. I got a couple ideas for next Friday. And then, my gosh, we're into March already. Look how fast the year goes. If we don't look up, the year's going to be gone, and we won't have that opportunity to help anybody behind us. So do something kind for somebody if you can. Get out there and, be a kind soul. Help somebody out. Got a bunch of people watching between both feeds. I love it. Thank you so much for checking it out. You should wear a birthday hat. Yeah, I don't know if there's I guess in the virtual backgrounds. If I had a Zoom thing on right now, I could probably put a hat on my head. But I don't know if I could do I guess I can create one that has a hat behind my head. With some allergies. It's been so crazy, the weather. 75 degrees. And then, in the 30s on Monday? It's just false fall, fake spring, early winter, third winter. Gosh. Anywho, what's everybody got planned coming up? That's what my math teacher always says before we leave, to be kind to someone today. You're right. I mean, that's just the simplest thing. If you can be kind to one person, you don't know how much that of an impact that makes to somebody. Even just opening a door for somebody. They may be having a bad day. They may just be struggling with something. You open the door for them, and then they turn around, and open the door for somebody else. It's just boom, bada boom, bada boom. Snowballs downhill. Yeah. When you have the opportunity to be kind, when you have the opportunity to help somebody, when you have the opportunity to be nice, you should always take it. You should always take it. Because if not, you're going to look back and you're going to look back with some regret. So I think it's important. That's a great, great saying. It's a great thing. So I'll ask you in the chat, Emmy, that's your math teacher says that. How often do you follow it? And you can be honest. I won't read it out loud. How many times a day? How many times a day you after that are you kind to somebody? I'll tell you, I'll challenge you. I'll challenge you. You want do you want a challenge, Emmy? I see yeah in the chat, but I don't know if that's the answer to my question or not. Okay. Always. You always like a challenge. Okay. I challenge you to be good or to be nice to somebody at least 6 to 7 times a day. You walked into that one. Yep. There you go. Oh, man. I couldn't resist. I'm sorry. I couldn't resist. You just let me walk right into that. I know. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Well, it's a good challenge, right? I mean, it's little things, right? It's like making sure your clothes are in the hamper so mom doesn't have to do it. Put the dishes away. Turn the light out when you leave the room. Um, Not talking back. Open a car door for somebody. Not drinking the last energy drink on somebody. Buy somebody a nice little sour candy treat on their way home. Things like that. It's easy. It's easy to be nice. And like I said, you just don't know what kind of change that's going to make in somebody's life. Be the change. Be the change. Well, I think so. I need to get the youth vote. So there you go. I'm trying to be hip for the youth vote. I need to get that 18 to 35-year-old vote. So, or 18 to whatever. It should be the slogan. I think so. I gotta try to work that into a slogan. I'll have to figure that out, Jess. I'll have to figure out what kind of slogan I'm going to use for 6-7. I just think if I have have a picture of myself just like this, I don't necessarily say 6-7, but I put something else in there. I think that would be fun. Just waiting to find what I've planned. Oh, I'm curious there, Abby. I am curious as well. Is it something 6-7? I have no idea. That'll be fun. Probably not. Probably not. Yeah. What is it? You were complaining about me the other night and being impatient, and you said you're really impatient. Please tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me. And then you put this in there, and you're like, wait till Saturday. It's only Wednesday, and we got to wait till Saturday. I don't know. Don't know if I can make it. uh, well, thank you all for hanging out. I'll hang out more if you guys want. You guys are having fun in the chat. Happy to do it. I'll have to wait. Okay. All right. I'll have to wait. So, very good. So, I'm probably going to put up on the channel, maybe I'll do a share or a watch party or something where I was on a couple podcasts recently and I'm there on their channels and stuff, and I'd love to share those with you guys. So I'll probably put them up somehow on the channel. I'll probably replay them like I've done before, like a live watch party of their stuff, and then we can watch my appearance on the other podcasts. I've done 3 so far, and they've released 2. Um, so that's pretty much what we've been doing. It's been fun and having a good time getting the message out and talking about the show and talking about my story. So you get to hear a little bit more of that. It's hard being a guest when you're the host because you talk a lot. But anywho, well, I don't have no, I think we're good there. I think we're good because we're always, well, even if that's the case, Noxie will always remember it and bring it up in memory, in memoriam. So, nothing much else to talk about, guys. I did my show already, so I'm out of content, as they say, and we are just shooting the breeze right now. What's the deal with 6'7" anyway? Well, up to no good, OG. Let me explain what 6'7" is. 6'7" is some weird thing that some kid did on a video one time, like a year or 2 ago, for no apparent reason, with this hand gesture, and I went 6'7", and people started trending it for some reason, probably as a joke, and then it caught on and spread around. Now, anytime the number is mentioned, people do the hand thing. You watch basketball games. If for some reason they're shooting a free throw and the score ends on 67, the whole crowd yells 6'7" and does the hand thing. It is quite annoying. I don't get it. The younger generation, talked about them earlier. I just don't get it. So my job, because I don't get it, was to run it into the ground to get people to stop doing it. Because if I'm doing it, it ain't cool no more. That's why Emmy keeps telling me to stop. Because I ruined it. It really makes no sense. I mean, I agree with her on this. It's just, I know it bothers her. So that's why I do it. If she didn't let me know it bothered her, I probably would have stopped a long time ago. But that's just who I am, Emmy. You gave me an out, and I took it. Oh boy. Yeah, it's really weird. Yeah, it never was cool. But it's trendy. Everybody does it. Celebrities are doing it. Apparently the kids made a lot of money off of it too, from the videos and stuff. So why don't we create something for the channel? Why don't we create something that's just that we do? Like what would be cool for the channel? Let's see. Maybe something around budget. Can we do like a let's budget? No. No, that doesn't work. It's probably gonna be numbers, right? 0 debt? No. I don't know. We'll figure something out. Can I figure something out? So then I could trend. People would do my stuff. So going back to tonight's episode, you guys were here for most of it. What did you guys think of it? What's the feedback like? Because I have a ton of more topics around this age range for this age group that I want to start doing. Possibly as shorter episodes or shorter videos, but I wanted to do I wanted to do it tonight as a live. I didn't have the opportunity to do a full edit on another video. So if you guys like this kind of content and you like the messaging, kind of the shorter 15-minute kind of thing, I'm happy to keep it in the rotation. I have a weird demographic on YouTube compared to the podcast, so I'm trying to hit all the demographics with talk like that. So, well, I think you'd say up great job or good job. Anyway, up to no good, but I appreciate that. Notice how you said I already changed it to great job when it says good job. That was just me saying, yeah, I'm awesome. Uh, excuse me. Well, yeah, I think it was fine. Thank you. Yeah, it's a hard hitting topic. I mean, sometimes the topics are a little tough. I want to have fun ones once in a while, but thank you, Emmy. I appreciate that. I have some fun ones planned, so it's not all doom and gloom. I think some of these should be fun. Most of them are like relatable topics. Should you quit your job? Renting versus buying. Um, Passive income. Why most side hustles fail. How to start a business with no money. The financial advice I wish I knew at 22. How to escape the paycheck to paycheck in your 20s. Why you're broke and it's not your income. Some of the topics I came up with. So that should work. What is my favorite color? Me, the host, Joey. Uh, Good question. I like it's like a lightish blue, teal blue, and gold. So if you look up UCLA colors, those are the colors. Let me see if I can share that with you guys here. Yep. Identity colors. I'll show you on the page here. Let me share my screen. There we go. Those colors there. So any kind of combination of colors like that. So, oh yeah, I mean, I guess so. I guess I'm gonna dye my hair that one side and one side, right? Like portable, dude. You got to get like a battery pack or something for that, or a backup. I don't know. Do you only have one? Do you have like another one, like a regular one at home that's not portable? So you need to. Is there anything we can do for you? right now? Let me know. He may have just left to go do something. It's weird. Seeing some of the chat, but not all the chat. Battery is what went bad. Pray is all I know. Okay. Orange and blue. Yeah. Do you have one at home that you like a non-portable one? I think you asked me. I think you said yes for that. Okay, so use that at least. Is there a supplier you can call, or is it like a battery pack? Does it have to be recharged? The portable oxygen pump just went dead while plugged in. I mean, if it's plugged in, it shouldn't be using the battery. But man, sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. Anyway, let's see what's going on here. Checking some stuff out of the back end, guys. Checking some analytics out. So, according to YouTube, in my vidIQ, we have more than the 3,000 hours, but a lot of that's probably some shorts. So, I don't know how close we are to doing what we need to do. But we'll make it work. Okay. Do we need to haul donkey to you? Donkey. You got all these inside stuff, guys. Leaving me in the loop here. I'm just going to start doing 6-7 again. Yeah, getting close. Getting close. First level of monetization on YouTube, which means I get to enable things like super chats and memberships and super thanks and special episode things and put a membership tier in if people really want some behind the scenes stuff. Then there's memberships for it. I can do some lessons, all that kind of stuff. So that'll be fun. And there's some shopping links too. I can put some shopping links in and affiliate links that are different and things like that. It helps get some income into the channel. Once they get to the 4,000 hours, which is the next one after that, then whatever ads you see when you're watching the channel and the videos, and I hope that you watch some of them instead of skip them, then I get money from ads, and that'll be pretty cool. And of course, there's also what's called the hype button. Now, live videos don't get hyped, but all the other videos can, and it's only within the first 7 days that they get released. There's a place on it you can go click on it and say hype this video. And the videos, when you click on it and hype them, they get points. And the more points a video gets, the more it moves into the leaderboard list on YouTube. And it's YouTube's way of kind of promoting smaller channels. Now, YouTube has defined smaller channels as channels that are just monetized, which is that 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 hours, all the way up to channels with 500,000 subscribers. And that is small creators. Now, I think the way the hype works is when you hype somebody with a lot more subscribers, the points are worth less. They're trying to kind of even it out. So somebody with 500,000 subscribers might only get 1 point, and somebody with 2,000 subscribers may get 1,000 points because more people are going to hype. More subscribers will hype somebody with a higher count than whatever. So that's just how they're going to work that. That's a new thing they were working on. When will we have the option to thumbs up a comment? I don't know. That's YouTube stuff. YouTube basically right now, I think you can just report or block a comment. You used to be able to click on the person's name in the chat and go subscribe to their channel right from there and subscribe to them and at them. You can at them in a comment. You can just put the at symbol and at them in a comment. But you used to be able to subscribe to them right from there. And then they took that away. So now if you want to subscribe to somebody you're chatting with, you have to leave the stream, go to some other stream, go to their page, subscribe to them and come back. As opposed to just staying on the stream that you're watching, which is silly because I don't know why YouTube would want you to. I guess they want you to jump channels. I don't know, but interrupting that is definitely yeah. I'm not sure how to reply to certain comments. I know I can in my studio space, and I think there's a way for me to have a um like a producer in the studio space with me that can comment and reply directly back to people in the live chat from my space, but not from the actual like YouTube app or as a mod or anything. You just have to kind of like at the at symbol when you want to reply to somebody, and it will come up in the chat. I'll try it on my phone here. No, actually, I won't. Let me see if I can do it on the. I don't know if that came up as anything. No, that just I used to be able to do that, and then it would come up as a link, to somebody. But they're always changing things and making it. Yeah, you're right. Making it a little bit more difficult than it needs to be. But today is still Ash Wednesday. One thing I was confused about and didn't really know, is that just a Catholic thing, or do other denominations celebrate Ash Wednesday and get the ashes and stuff? I wasn't sure. I couldn't remember. But yeah, that just means Easter's 40 days away. We're getting close to the Easter Bunny. Yeah. Huh? I said it was 40 days away, not 67 days away, okay? I didn't go there. Man, you really like having me do that 6-7 stuff. You didn't like it so much, you wouldn't be setting me up to do it. Yeah, clocks change soon too. Oh, right. I think I promised to show you guys. See if I can show it on my phone. I don't know if I can show it on my phone. Hold on. I'm going to try something. No, it's an extra camera. No, that is a screen share. All right. I'm going to try something, guys. Live on air. Let's see if we can try this here. Give me 1 second. I'm going to find it now. Okay. Oh, there's a lot here. I don't know if I can actually show it all. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, hold on. All right. How do I make this my real time working out problems? Okay. Copy link. Here. Join myself from my phone. And can I share my screen from my phone? I don't know. Yep. Do that. Enter studio. Turn my volume down. Okay. Let's see. Why do I still hear myself? There we go. Oh man, how do I do this now? I want to add. I want to add some stuff. Ah, perfect. We find it. Give me a second, guys. I'm working on something here. Okay. I think I could do that. No, it's not letting me do it. It's only letting me do one. I want to try to make a slideshow. I don't know if this is going to work then. Wait, what happened here? Okay. I want to add some stuff. Image. Photo library. Okay. I think this will work. Let's try that. Ooh, it's uploading. I think it's working. All right, there you go. You can see that image. That is Trace Atkins on the left, the guy who he plays in the movie on the right, and that guy in the front there is Milo Ventimiglia, or Milo Ventimiglia, who plays one of the leads in the movie. He's been in a bunch of stuff. And this is the scene we were doing. Obviously, he's just talking to the crowd right now. But yeah. So that is that. Now, how do I get rid of this picture? There we go. Awesome. And how do I get back on screen? I don't know what happened. Hold on. Oh, man. No, I don't want to end the stream. I want to leave. How do I kick out my guest here of me? There we go. Okay. It's me. I'm back. But not this way. Nope. Man, I did something wrong here. I don't know what I did, guys. I don't know what I did. I want to leave from my phone here. I don't know what I did. Well, I'm just here in the corner. I know I'm so tiny. There we go. Sweet. I was logged in on my phone and all this other stuff, but yeah. So I have to do the volunteer check-in. Sorry for the ring light and the other stuff. And there's like the theater. And then all that kind of stuff. Took a couple pictures when I wasn't supposed to. And then a couple videos when I wasn't supposed to. But it was fun. That movie comes out this week, so a lot of standing around and doing nothing for. Well, let me see the first picture. The first picture we took was at. Yeah, that can't be right. It's 12:30. That is not right at all. It was way earlier than that. It was way earlier than that. I don't know what's going on with that. And we were done at 10:30 at night. Yeah. See you later. See you Friday. Up to no good. Thanks for being here. We're about to end it. We did over an hour of just chit chatting and blobbering. And yeah, I really don't have much more to say. Just kind of sitting here for the hours. Oh, speaking of which, let me check on the hours for this video here. How are we doing? Yeah, we doing 4.6 and 9. 13. Almost 14 hours. I think that's good, guys. That's good for today. I appreciate it as always. Voice is starting to go a little bit. Gotta make sure I rest that up for Friday. And then big day on Saturday. Somebody's birthday. Gotta get my voice nice and ready to sing a song on Saturday and sing as loud as I can. All right, guys and gals, thank you so much for hanging out. We'll be back on Friday. Great episode on Friday. Come in the chat, ask your questions, bring some people. Emmy needs points. Get some points for Emmy. Her birthday's coming up. Earn those points. I'd love to get to 20 people in the chat if we can. That'd be amazing. Yeah. So until then, guys, thank you so much. Have a blessed evening. Stay well, stay healthy, stay hydrated, and I'll see you all on Friday. Take care.